Jitters over a fresh exchange of barbs between North Korea and the United States drove up U.S. Treasury prices in the yen yesterday, while they damped sentiment in the U.S. stock market. MSCI's World Equity Index, which tracks shares in 46 countries, was little changed, and Britain's main FTSE 100 stock index climbed as Prime Minister Theresa May laid out plans for Britain's exit from the EU. North Korea said it might test a hydrogen bomb over the Pacific Ocean in response to U.S. President Donald Trump's recent threat to destroy the reclusive country in a United Nations address. The aversion to risk drove investors into assets considered safer during times of geopolitical turmoil, like the Japanese yen and treasuries. The U.S. dollar had scaled a 12-month peak of 112.71 against the yen on Thursday, boosted by the U.S. Federal Reserve signaling this week that it was still on track to raise interest rates by the end of the year, and after the Bank of Japan maintained its bond-buying pledge. Sterling slipped after Ms. May's speech, but then recovered. Ms. May called for Britain to stay in the European Union single market during a roughly two-year transition out of the EU. The Japanese yen strengthened 0.42% versus the greenback at 112.02 per dollar, while sterling was last trading at $1.3514, down 0.47% on the day. US Treasury prices gained on concerns about conflict with North Korea. Benchmark 10-year notes last rose 632 in price to yield 2.2587% from 2.278% late on Thursday. The U.S. Treasury yield curve flattened to its lowest levels since late 2007 overnight, before retracing in the U.S. session. The Dow Jones Industrial Average fell 25.74 points, or 0.12%, to 22,333.49. The S&P 500 lost 1.32 points, or 0.05%, to 2,499.28, and the Nasdaq Composite dropped 5.38 points, or 0.08%, to 6,417.31. MSCI's gauge of stocks across the globe gained just 0.05%. Britain's FTSE 100 was up 0.6%, while the Pan-European FTSE 300 index rose 0.05%. Oil prices were steady as investors waited to see whether major producers meeting in Vienna would back an extension to output cuts beyond March next year. U.S. crude rose 0.16% to $50.63 per barrel, and Brent was last at $56.31, up 0.39% on the day.